everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's in North Alabama. You can also find us on Abundance Television, which is on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching. We definitely appreciate you watching The Edge every day, beginning at 1 p.m. Central Time. Hope we have lots of great information for you. One of our sponsors is Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. They are located in Albertville, Alabama. People come in from all over the country to come to this awesome thrift shop. It's huge. Great selection, smells good, and it kind of looks like a boutique actually. They actually have folks who volunteer to work there to help this really good organization called Shepherd's Cove. And folks volunteer, and I'm going to tell you what, they have some designers who actually get in there and know how to display all these items at the thrift shop. So it's just a really good place to go. Good place to go and just use your brain. You know, if you got a creative brain and you like to repurpose items, good thing to do. Located on Highway 431 Albertville, you can give them a call. They'll come by the way, and pick up your items if you're doing some house cleaning, some spring cleaning, want to get rid of a few things. We've bought a new washer and dryer. We're going to be calling them to go ahead and just take the washer and dryer pretty soon, and it'll get it out of our place, and then somebody can actually get benefit from it. So let me give you their telephone number. It's 256-582-DEAL. That's 582-DEAL, D-E-A-L. You can also see that all the information just right there on the side where you see all of our sponsors. There they are right there in the Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. I found an article, and it's on WikiHow, and it's how to actually shop at a thrift shop. A lot of my friends have told me in the past, how do you get these deals? Because I just go in there and I don't see anything. Well, first of all, don't go when you are in a hurry. This needs to be something you do when you got plenty of time and you can just look through all the items, because there's so much to look at. And I think what it is, it's a little bit overwhelming, because if you go to a regular department store, everything's kind of in a category. So if you're looking for electronics, and they have things in categories as well, but what you'll find, you may find something that somebody has put over to the side. Maybe they've put it in a different part of the store or whatever, but you need to go in and just dig for stuff. I have actually found silverware there, and maybe it's just in with a bunch of other spoons and forks and that kind of thing. You can also bring a magnet with you if you'd like to just bring a magnet, and what if it picks it up? Now, it's not sterling silver. Get a high-powered magnet like jewelers use. I have found some really nice pieces of jewelry there as well. Lots of silver. I actually found a ring that was gold. Yeah, it was just sitting there, and it was like $1. I kept that ring. I didn't want to do anything with that. My daughter-in-law wants it. I may eventually give it to her. But let's talk about thrift stores and decide what you're looking for. Listing is a handy way of establishing shopping goals. Do that anyway. Always got to go with a list. And that's just going to kind of help you, and get through it a little bit faster. But I'm not a shopper, by the way. I'm never one of those people who wants to go the day after Thanksgiving. I don't go look for particular clothes, nothing like that. I just don't like to shop. But I love to go to this really nice thrift store. Again, that Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. Okay, listing is a good way. So let's just think about it this way. It's often best to have a master list when you're going to a thrift shop, because you don't know what you're going to find, right? But just kind of a master list of stuff that you would like to eventually find is a good way to start out. Then just create a smaller list of short-term goals that need to be addressed first. Now, some flexibility needs to be on your list. You may not be able to find a pink silk organza dress in size 16, for example. That may be too exacting to be handled by thrifting, but you may be able to find a nice dress in a size 16, if that's what you wear, for your stepsister's graduation if you search well enough. And let me tell you about this. And I'm really kind of glad it works out this way. When Phil and I got married, the bridesmaids, this was back in the day when it was all matchy-matchy. I mean, everybody had to have the same material. It had to be the same pattern. Everything was like same. Gets pricey to do it that way. But let me tell you about shopping at a thrift shop like Shepherd's Cove. And wherever you're listening, okay, this is going to apply wherever you live, anywhere in the world, okay? So the neat thing about weddings nowadays is the bride just picks a theme. It could be I want it all to be pastels and they could be all different colors. Or I want bold colors for the dresses. And you may be lucky enough to find exactly what you're looking for all your bridesmaids. Now let me tell you, this is something else. Sizes, I don't necessarily go by sizes anyway. I never have, because when my first job fresh out of high school was at Liberty Sewing Plant. Of course, I didn't last too long because I kept cutting myself. But it was a blue jean factory, and they also made overalls and stuff like that. And some of and this is another reason, you may wear a size 10, but you better try it on, okay? Because it may actually, even if it's new, it may actually fit like it's a size 8. You know why? I was a seat seamer, and this is what I saw they would do. So maybe I missed it. I missed part of this, it would fold the fabric, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a long time since I graduated out of high school. But it had this little thing on the sewing machine that would actually flip the material, and then it would sew like a double stitch and go all the way through, and that was the seat seamer. Well, if I made a mistake, what the supervisor would do is get a pair of scissors and whack it. That had to cut it down a size or two. I mean, it had to. So from that point on, the rest of my life, I don't go by the size I see on a dress or a pair of jeans or whatever. I try it on first. That's just the thing to do. Now, if you're going to a thrift shop, it's always a good idea to bring measuring tape. Okay, and because wedding dresses, bridesmaids dresses, prom dresses, whatever, may indicate it's a size 10 or whatever. It may have been cut down, and it may actually be a size 6 or 8. I know my daughter-in-law, she likes simple elegance. So when they got married, we were going around with her mom, Debbie, and we were and her sisters, and we were looking at wedding dresses. Well, Larissa just she kept, her sisters were liking the poofy stuff, with lots of sequins and all that stuff on it, and they would pick those dresses, and Larissa would go, "No, I don't want that. I want simple." And so she found the one she was actually looking for. And so it was a very simple satin wedding gown and a real pretty blue sash that went around the waist. Well, Larissa wore a size 0. Well, guess what? The one dress she wanted in the whole wide world, they didn't have it in her size. So they had to take it to a dressmaker, and the dressmaker had to resize it for Larissa. And it seems like it was like a size 6 or something. And it was just hanging off of her because she's so little. And so they had to take it to a dressmaker to get it specially to fit Larissa. So that's what happened, and that's what happens to a lot of your clothes. And I have known some shops to put a dress back up on a rack after it had been resized. This is not thrift shops. I have seen that happen before. So anyway, be very flexible. Great idea, if they don't have a dressing room, a great idea would be to go ahead and bring a tape measure so that you can at least measure the waist, measure your waist, the bust line, and the hips, and also the length, just to make sure that it's going to fit you, okay? And don't be turned off if you are little and you wear a size 0 and you see something that's a size 12 or whatever. It may not be a 12. It may actually be your size. So check that out. Flexibility. Okay, let's see. Be prepared to search for your needs. Some thrift stores are well organized by gender, size, type of item, or other metrics such as color. And I think that's a good idea when a thrift shop will put all the black shirts, all the white shirts, all the red ones. They put them like all in some do that. And, and this is another thing about shopping in general. Not just thrift shops, but everywhere. People are really bad to pick up a blouse or a top or something, and they plan on getting it, and then they don't get it. They don't put it back where it was. They don't put it back in the sizes. They just don't do that. So I look through everything. I look through every rack, small, medium, and large, and X large. I look through them all, because somebody may have found the thing that you are actually looking for and just put it down and just put it in the wrong size, didn't care, and just put it in the wrong size. So shop everything, okay? That's just another. And by the way, I can always tell, like, I'm always looking for tops I wear a lot of black. You probably think I'm wearing the same outfit over and over again. I'm not. I'm actually wearing several different outfits. And I can afford to do that with Shepherd's Cove. I like wearing black, red, or in a solid color. That's what I'm always looking for because of the background. You know, there are all my books. Look at all the different colors of books and stuff. So I don't want to blend in with the background, so I like solid colors. So I'll usually opt for a white or a black or a beige or maybe a red and pink, whatever, as long as it's a solid color. So it's real quick for me to look. I'm going down there looking for tops. I'm going, ooh, there's a nice black one. So I'll pick that up and I may try for that. Okay. Be prepared to search your needs. Some thrift stores are just well organized by gender. We talked about that. Now, prior to thrifting, you need to thoroughly examine your closet. You may have stuff you already, oh, I forgot about buying that. Every woman does this. And do an inventory of it. Note down which pieces you might not have worn yet that month. Through this, you can become inspired to find a particular item to match your clothing and finally wear it. You know, sometimes we'll buy a top on sale and maybe we think we've got just the right color pants, slacks, or whatever to wear with it, and it's just not the right color. You know, there are even different colors of black, different colors of browns and what have you. So do an inventory, jot down what you're looking for. You may just actually find what's going to match it. Can also prevent buying clothes similar to what you've already got. I've done that a lot. Okay, number 2, try things on. Without trying clothing on, it's difficult to tell whether it's worth your money. Ask for a fitting room with a mirror or a convenient restroom. Dress in form-fitting attire in case the fitting room is not available. That way you can try clothing on over your existing clothes. Now, leggings and sports bras can be useful in this. To eyeball if a garment will fit around your waist without trying it on, button it. Then wrap it around yourself from your belly button to the spine. If you'll do that, that's a pretty good indication of whether you can wear it or not. Okay, and then some people like their clothes kind of loose, and some people like their clothes kind of tight fitting. So, you know, it's your specifications. You can also do that around the bust area and around the hips. Okay, access quality. I'm going to tell you, I'd rather shop at Shepherd's Cove thrift shop. I just rather do that than pay full price for clothing. It's insane. And what do you do? Like in my line of work, I can't wear the same clothes over and over again anyway. So you need to see me in different clothing. And sometimes I wear the same clothing and change out necklaces or whatever. You can find really, really nice jewelry out there at Shepherd's Cove thrift shop. Okay, let's go ahead and cut into a commercial break. And we're going to be right back in just a minute.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Let's dig some more. Okay, so access quality. You can find some really nice brand clothes. My favorite is Liz Claiborne. I really do like those clothes because of the way I'm built. And her clothing seems to fit me better than anything else does. But make sure, look at all the purchases, and before you commit to it, here's some things you need to check out. If looking at clothing, check the seams and the cuffs and collars for wear and damage. Now, a button might be a simple fix, but it may not be the case with a ripped out seam. Okay, look for staining, especially. Now, I'll tell you this about Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. You're not going to see this kind of junky clothes. Okay, they're going to be really nice clothes. But we'll go over this anyway, just in case you're somewhere else. A button might be a simple fix, but not a ripped out seam. So looking for staining, especially around the neck, the armpit, and the inseam. Look for dirt, lint, and animal hair that can often be laundered, but it's not always a guarantee. For furniture, make sure that it's sturdy, does not require repairs if you're unable to perform, that you can't fix. For appliances, and they have plenty of plug-ins, so ask to plug the item in just to make sure it works before purchasing. Check the washing instructions. Get a silk shirt for $3 initially looks like a good deal. However, when you consider that it's dry clean only, that's not necessarily a savings. And let's get back to appliances just for a second. So I'm really terrible at breaking coffee pots. I do that often. And I don't like to buy one of those, one size fits all kind of coffee pots because they make them cheap. And I don't know how many of those I've broken the handles off of because it doesn't go all the way. It doesn't go into the lip part of the coffee pot. So guess what I found? It's a particular coffee pot. And, it's not a one size fits all necessarily. So I broke the coffee pot, my favorite one. And so I could not find, because of supply and demand, the way things are these days, I've been to Walmart, I've been to the other places, and I've not been able to find a replacement. Well, guess what? I go to the thrift shop and found an entire, and really I was just buying just for the pot. So I found actually my coffee pot with the pot in it, and it was Mr. Coffee, I think is the name of it. But I actually happened to find it, and I thought, well, even if the coffee pot doesn't work, it was only $5. So even if the coffee pot doesn't work, if it doesn't heat up, doesn't operate, I can use this coffee pot, and I found it for $5 instead of like 20-something dollars. Plus, I found it. I'm grabbing it. I get home and the coffee pot works. And let me tell you what you can do for some appliances like a coffee pot. You can, and you're a little bit, well, I don't know, somebody else has used this coffee pot. Let me tell you what you can do. White vinegar works. You need to use this for your own coffee pot anyway. So white vinegar does wonders. So this is what I did. I cleaned it up really good. And so I put white vinegar, and I ran it through several times. I did several cycles of that through the coffee pot. And guess what? It works great. I mean, I love it. So it works absolutely wonderful. So I've got 2 coffee pots now. Maybe I won't break this one. Wish me luck, okay? Okay, now we talked about the savings and that kind of thing. Now, number 4, make sure you have a vision, okay? You got to don't walk in blindfolded. Part of thrift shopping is having a basic idea in mind, but being open to opportunities when you find them. So consider these things, okay? Recognize when a clothing item could be repaired or resized with minimum tailoring. Have a style or a color scheme in mind for each room you're decorating. This ensures consistency of theme and avoids impulse purchases. Listen to your gut. Sometimes you may come across an item that you weren't looking for, which is unique and it's classic and it's perfect for placing in your home. I've done that a lot. Okay, set shopping limits. Okay, you never know what you'll find thrift shopping, and the temptation to impulse buy is strong, so ways to avoid over purchasing are go shopping with a price limit in mind and stick to it. This may be a limit you set per item or the overall trip, but the idea is to remain mindful of how much you are spending. Don't buy unless you absolutely love it. Just because it's inexpensive doesn't necessarily mean that it's meant for you. Would you buy the item if it were full priced? Buy that designer jacket that you could not afford at the mall? Also, for the jeans, it could be a bit warm, but you really like the look. But do you really need that shirt that you like? Kind of like, but is it cheap? You need to really think these things out. Now, if you're on the fence about something, take another spin around the store and think about it. If you come back and you aren't committed and it's not there, maybe it just wasn't meant for you. But I'm going to say this. When you go to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, if it's a heavy item, if you'll take the ticket on it and then go take it to the front desk, they'll hold it for you, okay? But now don't go changing your mind, okay? Make sure that's definitely something that you want to do. Okay, part 2, let's talk about thrifting tips and tricks. Use your smartphone. This is really good for vintage or antique items when you're not sure if an item is worth what it's priced. Go to Google or eBay and see what it would retail for other places. I've done that a lot. Okay, number 2, shop for sales. Many stores have weekly tag sales where the items with a certain color tag go on sale. Other stores have clearance racks and do periodic sales to clear out inventory. Some larger volume stores even do bag sales. This is what Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop does. And sales by the pound, like clothes and linens. Don't be afraid to haggle. Did you just miss a sale on a large purchase item? Are you making multiple purchases? Do you want to round off the total? Don't be afraid to ask for a reasonable accommodation, especially if you're a regular customer. Now, don't believe the sold sign. Sometimes the item is already paid for. However, often people say they'll be back for something and then they'll find something else they like better at a different store. If you see something you love with a sold sign, talk to an employee or a manager. It's possible the item's been sitting there for days and no one remembered to remove the sign, so that's a possibility. Also, ask for a discount. Does the item in question have a few flaws and are worth a discount? Is the store running a sale that day? If you're buying sales items, often employees can extend the sale to the rest of the items you purchase. Some stores also have senior discounts. Yeah, I always ask for a senior discount. Always. I don't care. But, you know, they tell their employees not to ask you that because some women get offended. Okay. All right, look for the best value items. Now, some types show up in thrift shops looking kind of worn out or outdated. Other items are donated regularly, and you never know what they were used or maybe if they were secondhand, but they look really good. Okay, some of the things you can look for below. Belts. Accessories like belts are one of the first items to get discommissioned from a wardrobe when styles change. An advantage to belts is, with a little creativity, the buckles can be replaced and a strip of plain leather doesn't really go out of style. You can make bracelets out of it. You know, we've done some shows on making bracelets with, you know, with some belts that I bought at the thrift store. Shoes. Okay, decent leather shoes command steep prices in most retail stores, so when you can pick up gently used ones at a thrift shop for 90% less, it's a significant savings for your budget. Plus, with a little oil and polish, they can look like they're brand spanking new. For furniture, sometimes retail stores will donate last season's merchandise to area thrift stores for tax purposes, and this happens a lot. I have seen brand spanking new items brought to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. I mean, like absolutely new stuff. And it's just that a store wanted to do something a little bit different with their inventory. So make sure you check that out as well. Again, shop at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, located on Highway 431 in Albertville, Alabama. And also, sometimes they'll have an auction area, so check that out as well. Check their brand new shows. Sometimes, again, boutiques will donate brand new things to the stores. I've actually seen stores that maybe were in doctor's offices, and some things are kind of retro. You know, that look is back as well. I've seen televisions. We bought a flat screen television there one time. I don't remember how much it was, like $10 or something. And I plugged it in and it absolutely worked. So you just never know what you're going to find. And don't forget about donating your things to the thrift shop as well. Okay, this has been part 1 of how to shop at a thrift store. We're going to be back in just a few minutes with part 2, so you take care. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and we're in for part 2. I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and we're syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. It's so good to be with you today. Part 1, we were talking about thrift shops. How do you shop at a thrift shop? Always say, have plenty of time. Don't go in there like on your lunch hour and you got to hurry up and leave in 10 minutes. You're just not going to get the full effect. So you've got to have some time, okay? Arrange at least an hour. I could stay at a thrift shop all day, and I'm not even a shopper. I just really don't like to. But go to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. They're located on Highway 431 in Albertville, and real easy to find. And you're going to love it. It's big, it's clean, everything is organized. Even with all the shoppers who are coming in there all day long, it's still organized. I really love it. And they actually give donations. Everything they make is given to Shepherd's Cove, and this is a hospice center. So going ahead and shop with them, you're getting a good deal, by the way. Clean out your closet. They'll bring a truck by, and free of charge. They'll bring a truck by, take furniture, clothing, whatever you've got. But call and set up an appointment to do that. That number is 256-582 DEAL, DEAL. So that's a good thing. We're talking about, just left off with using your cell phone, and if you're looking, you're just not really sure about, is it something that's worth what they say that it's, is it a really expensive item? I can't tell you how many times I found items that were worth way beyond what I paid for it at Shepherd's Cove. So that's just some more food for thought for you right now. Okay, we talked about, good deals and, belts and things that you can recycle. I'm an artist, so every time I look at everything from the perspective of, is this something I can repurpose? Is this something I can actually make something out of? Yeah, so always think about what its new life could be. I do that all the time. Okay, now talk to thrift store employees, okay? The people that work in the thrift stores are a wealth of information, and here are some things you can ask them. You can always ask, what day do shipments arrive? Well, at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, it's every single day, always getting stuff in. Employees can tell you what days to get new items and when things go on sale as well. Who are they partnered with? They can also tell you if the store has a donation program, which is the Shepherd's Cove Hospice. In this particular one, Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, with a larger retail store, or they can take possession of clearance items from prior seasons, and they do that. I know a lot of businesses in our area and beyond, if the end of whatever their fiscal year is. My fiscal year happens to be in April. So, whatever year they started their business. And so they can tell you, well, I just want to get rid of the stuff and I'm going to write it off on my taxes. Can I do that? Yes, you can write it off on your taxes. So keep that in mind as well. Have you seen a particular item? You can always ask that. If they have regular customer, if you are a regular customer and you make donations, thrift stores will often let you know via phone or email when a specific item you're looking for might come in. Now, you got to remember, they are busy. Okay, now this is something I'm finding is very, very, very good advice right here. Know how to shop for a bargain. People often send items to thrift stores not knowing their actual value. Consider the following when you are thrift shopping. Brand warranties. This is really good advice right here. Some appliances and kitchen tools actually have lifetime warranties. For example, there is a particular cookware that's insured against rust along with other cosmetic issues. Proof of purchase is not required to send this item back and receive a replacement free of charge. How about that? I know back in the day, Sears used to carry Craftsman. I think it was Craftsman. Phil can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think it was Craftsman's tools that if you bought it at a yard sale, they would even replace it because in a lifetime warranty. So a good thing to look for and to actually Google is items that have a lifetime warranty, and keep that little list with you just in case you find it at Shepherd's Cove or anywhere else. Antiques and hidden treasures. Despite the wear and the condition, items often go to thrift stores that are invaluable and based on their rarity and place within history. If you suspect you found such an antique, use a smartphone and look for it online and see the price tag other sellers may have placed on it. Tarnished metals look terrible, but you can often shine them up with the right kind of polish. A little bit of elbow grease goes a long way. But I especially like that one on brand warranties. Make sure you do check that out, okay? You never know what kind of prize you're going to find. Bring a friend. 2 pairs of eyes are better than 1. Not only is it more fun to thrift with a friend, but they can also help provide important feedback and recommendations, and you can do the same for them. So it's a win-win situation. And, you know, before you go to the thrift shop with your friend, what you might want to do is get with them and say, no, look, these are some items I'm looking for, just in case you see it before I can. Now you tell me what you're looking for, and if I see it, I'll get it and I'll hold it for you. I mean, easiest what friends do anyway. Okay, finding thrift stores. Let's get into that little item right there. Okay, search online. Many thrift stores have websites that will show up on a basic search. Also consider using the thriftshopper.com to find smaller independent stores along with larger stores in your area. Consider the location. The types of residents living around the thrift store can be a good indicator of the sort of items you're going to get and the quality to expect. I know Brad and Larissa live close to Raleigh, North Carolina, and there's a particular Goodwill they like to go to. He has found so many awesome things, and so has Larissa, for their house and clothes. Northport, I mean, I found a lot of Northport items, by the way, at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. So you never know what you're going to find. For example, thrift stores can, in a more affluent neighborhoods, have better quality furnishings than thrift stores maybe in other parts of town. Also, residents in affluent areas are more likely to redecorate based on style rather than necessity, meaning that they can be easier to find matching items for good quality. Yeah. Thrift stores near college campuses are always stocking name brand clothing. Always. Okay, thrift on vacation if at all possible. This works best when vacationing with a car, especially if you're visiting a larger city. Larger volume thrift stores tend to offer a wider selection of items, often of better quality. There's also the chance that trends in the area you're visiting are different than where you're from, and you could find unique and eccentric items. Absolutely. Check that out. Okay, utilize other discount shopping venues. And let's go on and talk about that just for a few minutes. Let me look at my clock, okay, and make sure I see what time it is. Because when I talk to you, I just forget I'm on Earth, and I just forget. I lose all sake of time. Okay, so I'm doing good. Okay, utilize other discount shopping venues, like flea markets. Make sure you get there really early, like 6 o'clock in the morning is a good time. Do a sweep for furniture items first, picking and choosing what you want. Don't be afraid to haggle a little bit, but be fair to the seller, okay? They've got to make a living as well. Once you find furniture and larger items, load them and then look for smaller items. Furniture, accessories, clothing, and that kind of thing. Consignment shops. These are a type of secondhand store that purchases clothing from sellers as opposed to selling donations. This makes them more expensive, though, than your thrift stores. They're a dependable source of well-made, discounted name brand clothing that's a fashion at the time of purchase. Neighborhood yard sales. Oh, I love yard sales. While yard sales occur in every city almost every weekend, in order to maximize shopping and save time, look for neighborhood yard sales. These often take place in a single location. You could have like a church or a school, or span several blocks with people selling from their own yards. I know where we used to live, I mean, we'd all get together and talk about having a big yard sale, and that was always an awesome thing to do. It's a great way to find furniture and that kind of thing too. Now, these often take place in single locations. Again, a church, or it could be a school or a neighborhood. Great place to find furniture and antiques, by the way. Estate sales. These are really, really good too. The ultimate source for gently used antiques, ranging from furniture and dishes to jewelry and quilts. They take place literally on the estate where a person lived and require a little more foreknowledge and research in order to get the best deals. Okay, creating a thrifting schedule. This is pretty cool. I'll tell you what, let's go into a commercial break and we'll be right back in just a minute and we'll gang up on this one, okay? We'll be right back in just a minute.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Begin a great year and save big money with these specials at Albertville Foodland Plus. A 5-pound bag of red or gold potatoes only $2.99 each. Warm up with Campbell's Chunky Soup, 2 for $4. Slim down with gold salads, only $2.99 each. And make sure to check out the deli with fresh veggies and tasty pork chops or hand-battered chicken fingers, only $5.99. Check us out on the web at shop.foodlandgrocery.com.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on ISC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182, Charter Communications, and Abundant TV, syndicated on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. I'm talking to you about thrift stores, yard sales, how to find some bargains, that kind of thing. And so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, you need to check out my friends at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. They're located in Albertville, Alabama on Highway 431. The telephone number is down there as well, 256-582-DEAL, D-E-A-L. That's a good telephone number for them, but go on ahead and check them out. Oh, and also if you're doing some house cleaning and you want to just, kind of get rid of some stuff and, and maybe you got some furniture, you just, you don't have a way, you don't have a truck, you don't know how to get it to them. If you'll give them a call, give Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop a call, and they'll come by and pick that stuff up. Now, you need to set up an appointment for you. Now, we're about to get into yard sale season. You know what that means. I hate having yard sales. It's just something I do not enjoy. I like going to them, but I don't like having them. So let's say I'm going to sell everything out of here. I get rid of all the stuff that I just don't need. It's cluttering up and taking up space. Go on ahead and call Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, because I promise you, you're going to wear out, and it's going to be hot, and it is in the South. Go ahead and give them a call and tell them that you need to come by. After your yard sale, you'd like for them to come by and pick up everything that you don't sell. And then that way they take it out. You don't have to mess with it. So that's just another thing you can do. 256-582-DEAL. 256-582-DEAL. Okay, creating a thrifting schedule. I've never done that before, so let's talk about this. How can you do it? Okay, you can get on their email list. You can shop online when possible. Most chain thrift outlets like Goodwill and Salvation Army will put you on a mailing list for coupon and sale opportunities. I didn't know that. We're going to have to do that, right? These same stores often take pictures of furniture and other in-demand items and post them online. Reviewing online offerings before shopping can take you trips around town. Now, another thing Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop does, and let me mention this, they're closed on Sundays and Mondays. Now, on Mondays, they use the opportunity to prepare for the week and kind of move things around and, make it look good and place the furniture. And they actually have people who formerly apparently have been designers who come in and know how to display things. So you got to give them some time to do that on Monday. And then they're open the rest of the week. So from Tuesday through Saturday, they are open. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, the same stores often take pictures. Shepherd's Cove does that as well. So on Monday night, what they'll do, and it is through the week, but on Monday night specifically, they'll put about 30 pictures up with some of the new things that have come in. And again, there's no way they can have enough time to take every new thing that comes in. So you can kind of get a general idea. Now remember, it's first come, first serve. And it's every Tuesday, it's almost like the day after Christmas. I mean, people are actually waiting in line to get some of these deals. Okay, shop seasonally. What we mean by that, anticipate what people will be turning out of their closets at certain times during the year. Now, when planning your thrifting trips for certain items, consider the following. Shop for summer clothes in the fall when people are thinning out their warm weather clothes in favor of sweaters and coats. And then the same goes for getting winter clothes in the spring. That's generally the way it works, right? So when I'm cleaning out my closet, I'm getting rid of some of, and here in the South, pretty much, well, we have summer clothes that you can wear in the wintertime as well. Just put a sweater over it, because in the wintertime here, it can be like freezing cold. I mean, it could be like 20 degrees. Afternoon could be like 60 or 70. So anyway, that's the way we have to shop around here. But, you know, same for winter clothes in spring. Now, when you go to the thrift shop, people are going to be bringing thrift winter clothes in, I'm pretty sure, to the thrift shop. And you'll probably get some good deals. Okay, now look for kitchen items and accessories after college graduations. Why? When students are done with school, they often move back home or to a new city for employment, leaving behind many gently used kitchen items, lamps, bedding items, croutons, those kinds of things. I remember that's what Brad had. He didn't want to buy a bed, and he wanted something he could sleep on, but something that had his buddies over and they could, like, you know, study together and stuff like that. So he had one of those. We wound up giving that to a thrift shop in North Carolina and in Tennessee. Look for kitchen items and accessories after the graduations. Now look for furniture during the summer and early fall. More people get married during the summer than any other time of the year, and often have duplicate furniture items that wind up at thrift shops. That's a really good idea, isn't it? Okay, have a weekly rotation looking for the best deals that thrifting has to offer. Create a weekly rotation for thrifting, centered around when new shipments arrive at each store. Other things to consider are shop early. Even if you want to get the very first pick, arrive at the store as it opens. Or shop late. This is the deal right here. So on sale days, some stores are looking to clear out items on sale and will offer deeper discounts just before they're closing. Yeah, that's generally when I go. So that's a good time to do. Of course, I have to kind of work it around, you know. Okay, now here are some questions that have been sent in, and these are some really, really good questions, okay? One of those questions someone asked, Dina asked, what should you wear when you go thrifting? Wear comfortable shoes. That's number one, wear comfortable shoes, because you're going to be doing a whole lot of walking. However, make sure that you're also bringing a pair of shoes you're going to be coordinating with these looks. Also, undergarments are often overlooked if you're not wearing the right bra, or bra that's very supportive. You're going to see through the clothes, and that's again going to impact the look of the outfit. I think I get that. Okay, this one is another one, and this has been this is like a huge question right here, and it's I'm scared of germs on stuff at the thrift store. How can I cope with this? Think about it this way: there are germs at the high-end shopping centers or malls too, because shoppers are constantly touching things, trying things on. Remember, people do that. They'll try things on and put them back on the rack. So somebody who's been sweaty has been trying on your new clothes as well at a discount, at a department store. The clothes are new, but not really new. You should wash everything before you wear it, regardless of where it comes from. Oh my goodness. I used to go to Dillard's in Oxford when we lived down there. And I'm going to tell you, Dillard's, when they'd put a sale on, they'd put a sale on. And this is back, I was working in the corporate world, and I used to wear suits all the time. Like almost every day I had on a suit. So I would be able to get suits for like bringing a regular almost $200 for like $20. I have paid $10 for a suit before there. We often think about the people that I've seen in there, and they would be trying on clothes. It would be the hot summertime, and they'd be trying on clothes, and I'd be going, you know what? people who throw off on thrift stores don't know what they're talking about, because apparently they're not seeing some of the people who come in to Dillard's and try clothes on. And it's not just Dillard's, it's every single store. So don't get too snooty about that, because I promise you, before you wear anything, you're going to wash it anyway or take it to the cleaners. Okay, can a thrift store be a go-to place for my shopping for my man cave? You better believe it. Of course it can. In a thrift store, you never know what you're going to find, so it's an exciting place to shop. And I'll tell you something else. If you like games, like playing games with the kids and stuff like that, this is like an awesome place to buy games. Now, you may find games that don't have all the parts to them, okay? But there's something about, your kids get used to playing games on the cell phone, you know, and there's something about a board game. We need to get kids into that again. Yeah, I love Monopoly. It's like one of my favorite games right here. Okay, now let's see. We've got some more questions. Let's see. I'm scared of germs for my man cave. Oh, you better believe it. Can I get clothing from the thrift shop and then add it or change it myself? Of course. You can go to a thrift store or consignment sale to get clothes to play around with. You can always repurpose anything. One of my co-hosts that I had when I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, she could take something that looks like it was ready for the trash bin and turn it around, because she was a seamstress, and she could make it look like something that she's like a designer. So she would go to the thrift store, find something for almost nothing, and recreate it and look like she just stepped out of a magazine. I mean, she was really good at that. Okay, what do I do after purchasing bed sheets from a thrift store? Need to launder them thoroughly in hot soapy water. If possible, dry them outside in the sun for further sanitizing. Nothing like that hot sun. Or in a dryer on high temperature. Okay, here's another one. What if I find a cool vintage item at a thrift store? If you find something you won't, go for it. Just make sure the item is clean, doesn't have any type of damage on it. Is it better to look in the garbage instead of thrift stores to save money? No. What kind of a question is that? Okay, as thrift store items are usually of decent quality, with garbage you're more likely to get ripped, stained, or broken items. Be really careful about that. Okay, here's a question. What if I don't have a thrift store anywhere near my location? eBay is a pretty good alternative. You can find some pretty good things there. You shouldn't travel more than 15 miles to find a thrift store. They're all over the place. And then you're spending a lot of money on gas, which defeats the purpose of thrift stores. Honey, there are thrift stores I'd travel an hour for. I mean, there's some good ones. Can I get a wig from a thrift store? Sure, why not? Just make sure you wash it, even though the store already has it. You never know who tried it on just before you bought it, right? Okay, are thrift stores usually cheaper? This is a good question. Yes, thrift stores tend to be less than first-hand stores, but there's much more of a chance that your item will be damaged when you purchase, and many thrift stores do not take returns. Okay, here's another good question. Then we're finished for the day. Okay, so I found this super cute thrift store, and they make good business. It's always never too crowded, but there's always good stuff. My blabbermouth friend wants to tell 50 people. Should I let her say anything? Thrift stores are for everybody to enjoy. So maybe you'll find some absolutely wonderful finds. And the more customers a thrift store can get, the better the clarity, that they're better for the charity that they're supporting. If more people shop there, they'll just get more stock in. So it's a win-win for everybody. Don't be selfish. Tell everybody about it. Don't ask your friend to not say anything. It can come across as petty, but the thing that many people she tells will not end up bothering will not go there anyway. And remember, not everybody wears your size. Not everybody likes your style of clothing. So it's for everybody. Absolutely. My name is Donna Feazell. Again, thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio. Hope you've had a fun day today with us. Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, it's a good place to go. If you would like for them to do a pickup, 256-582-DEAL. They'll pick it up for you for free of charge. And again, thank you so much for watching. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We're about to get a podcast starting pretty soon, and I'll give you more information just as soon as that happens. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.